better. Just need to angle you right. I hate this wire! There. Is that so difficult? Maybe higher, a little bit more. Higher a tiny bit. Found it. Right, and now we just grab me up. To be able to know that it's all working. There we go. Which means now I can go. Hello everyone and welcome back to the Ace Attorney Investigations Collection. In the last episode we continued on with the Ace Attorney Investigations 1 game with episode 2, Turnabout Airlines. We're just going to jump straight back into it because we were going to interrogate Mr. Nero. Let's see what today brings up, shall we? Why did you lie about receiving the captain's permission like that? Because I didn't think I'd be able to get his permission. What do you mean? Well, the captain... he only has ears for Cammy. I spoke to the captain a little earlier myself. He definitely seems to be asked to take it with Miss Mio. Yeah, and on top of that, I have mistakenly accused Mr. Redworth of being the killer. I want to make amends. In that case, please allow me to thank you for what you did. Thanks to you, I was able to clear myself of all charges. Really? You were able to prove your innocence? Oh, thank goodness. Mr. Narrow, is it? There is one more thing I'd like to ask you. You were in the in-flight shop just before the turbulence, weren't you? Please answer honestly. Yes, I was. And why were you there? Well, Why the sudden hesitation? Francisca seems to have struck a nerve. All I did was go check up on the shop like I always do. You're saying it was for work then? Yes, well I'm in charge of the shop, so I have to keep an eye on it. I don't have any reason to go there otherwise. After your visit to the shop, you paid a visit to this room, correct? Yes, I came back to freshen up and adjust my makeup. Sorry, but there isn't much else to tell. Mr. Nero claims to have no reason other than her duty to go to shop. But is that all there is to it? Maybe you should ask her about that thing. Will you please take a look at this for me, Mr. Nero? Oh, that suitcase! Yes, about this suitcase. You're the one who designed it, correct? I think I figured something else out about it. This suitcase is the reason you went to the shop, isn't it? There's nothing you won't find out eventually, is there? Would you please tell me more about this suitcase? Yes, I was interested in seeing how the suitcases I had designed were selling. I know that as a service professional I'm not supposed to care, but I really wanted to know. I was glad to see that it was the last one there. The last one there? So you're saying, Mr. Nero, the suitcase in question was the last one? Yes, it is so popular they're practically flying off the shelves. That's not exactly the impression I got. The one in the shop is most definitely the last one. Well, we're currently looking at that suitcase. Ready? I guess we've sold all of them. Thank you very much for taking the last one. I didn't say anything about buying it, goddammit! Oh, for God's sake, no, you don't push that sort of stuff onto me, thank you. Then say you'll buy it. I'm sorry, I can't. But why? I think you've got a great complexion, Mr. Edgeworth. It really suits you. I guarantee it personally as a service professional. Well, that is... how should I put this? It's hideous.
What?
Maybe that was a bit too direct. Moving on, my issue with the suitcase isn't the design, it's the number of them remaining.
Remaining?
There were 2 suitcases in the in-flight shop when I investigated it.
2? But that's impossible. I'm sure there's only 1.
It looks like her story has generated quite the contradiction.
When I left the shop, I'm positive there's only 1 suitcase left there.
Something is amiss here. What could be the meaning of this inconsistency? By the way, Miss Tenero, what is all those suitcases doing here?
Oh, well, that's...
I thought you said there was only 1 left.
Oh, that one is, it's mine. I've used it for a very long time now.
She's used it for a long time? I think not. Miss Tenero, I'd appreciate it if you wouldn't lie to me.
Excuse me?
I don't believe for even 1 second that you've used this for a very long time. What proves this hasn't been used for nearly as long as Mr. Tenero says. Maybe it's the price tag. I don't know, I'm just guessing at this point. I don't know! Tell me, Miss Tenero, is it also your habit to keep a price tag pristine on your suitcase?
What is the meaning of this? I would lie about a suitcase.
Despite having faith in her design sense, salesman has made her cry bitter tears. The truth is becoming increasingly clear to me. Mr. Tenero, I think I understand. I know what you're trying to hide. Now, the suitcase was originally in the in-flight shop. Seeing as how the price tag is still on this suitcase, one can only assume it was out on the floor for sale in the shop. Now, the person who bought this suitcase was... yourself. It was you, wasn't it, Miss Tenero? I hate to say this, but this suitcase that you designed, it hasn't sold very well, has it? You saw how poorly this design that you poured your heart into was selling, and were deeply hurt. That's why you wanted to make it look like they were selling by buying it yourself. Isn't that right?
And then the reason you went to the shop and came back here was... I'm sorry. All I really have is my job. I sort of joined when my design was chosen. I thought that maybe I'd finally accomplished something.
But the suitcases didn't sell.
It's because of the design, isn't it? It's because it says you put it hideous.
Can't say they choose a great place in which to sell them either.
They weren't selling a single one. They were just sitting there collecting dust. That's so bad seeing them there day in, day out. So I decided to buy one for every flight I worked.
You buy one every single time you work a flight?
I see. So in order to keep a resolution, you went and bought one today as well. Yes. And here's my receipt for that purchase.
This receipt is clearly timestamped 5:40 PM.
The truth is, there's still a bunch of them left unsold. We plan to scrap the remaining ones at the end of this flight.
Mr. Tenero, where are these other suitcases?
They should all be down in the cargo hold. There's a suitcase the killer used.
Could very well have come from the cargo hold.
Mr. Edgeworth, you don't think the killer used one of my suitcases to...
Yes, I do. I could have used one of your beloved suitcases to move the victim's body.
How could they? Those suitcases were meant to be faithful partners to our passengers on their trips. Big old glass. It's only ever wanted to wish for them to be.
Mr. Tenero, is there any other way to get to the cargo hold other than the elevator?
The only other way is through that door there.
And what about security?
And there's no special lock installed because there's to enter this room. You need a special keycard that the crew members have access to.
Which means the culprit is someone who can enter this room, eliminating the passengers and leaving only crew members as potential suspects.
I can't believe it!
Yes, Francisco?
Going on these wild goose chases, your disgrace is of uncommon name.
And what do you mean by that?
The suitcase came from the cargo hold. That fact alone tells the whole story.
Yes, which is why I said the culprit must be a crew member who used their key card.
Mars Edgeworth! You're supposing there's a killer on the elevator from the cargo hold, correct?
Yes, it's the only realistic possibility.
That other attendant, Miss Meagle, asked her earlier, she had this to say.
Francisco got information out of Miss Meagle? Jesus.
In order to make the elevator go down to the cargo hold, a different key card is required.
A different one?
Yes, and the only person who holds that particular card is you, Miss Order to know, and only you. Ah!
What? Is this true, Mr. Nero?
Yes, I keep that key card in my locker at all times.
Could you please show us that card right now?
Yes, hold on. I don't believe it.
What's wrong?
Key card, it's gone. Very clever. Pretending that your card was stolen when Vector was trying to hide it from us. Oh, really thought this through. Wait, it's not like that. You could tell us all about what it's like down at the station. Officer, arrest this woman.
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Edgeworth!
Hold it!
What's wrong? There's disbelief written all over your face. Francisco, I know that you're lead investigator on this case forever. Hold it! I don't even think about wasting any more of my time. You know the rules as well as I do. Evidence speaks louder than words. Even if this isn't a courtroom, that basic tenet still applies. I intend to investigate the cargo hold now. What will you do, my Edgeworth?
I intend to do likewise, you moron. To be continued. Oh, it's getting hot in here. Over at the safe slot, yes. March 12th, 2:52 p.m. Flight G390, lower deck, cargo hold. Well, so this is a cargo hold, huh? It's so big! This plane is a special model. It was both a super large cargo hold and ultra luxurious first class seating.
So this is a real scene of the murder.
There is certainly a high probability of that, which is why we are here, correct? Okay, let's get investigating, sir. Already? Holy suitcases, Mr. Edgeworth! It's like an all-you-can-eat suitcase fair! These must be all the leftover ones they couldn't sell. Ones the company is planning to dispose of after this flight is over. This paint job is really cool, don't you think? Practically screams artsy. Oh, why not purchase one then? I'm sure it will bring you much happiness. You think so? Maybe I will. Let's see here. $1,200? I think I'll pass. And Mr. Nero wonders why they don't sell. You'd need 2 jobs just to buy one. Well, it definitely looks like one is missing. What is this brittle substance I'm stepping on? It's a bunch of glass fragments.
Maybe?
Yes! I think we can safely conclude that these fragments are from a pair of glasses. But it's a pair of broken glasses. Exactly what I was thinking. I'm sure the shards would match up perfectly with the remnants of his glasses lenses. Ergo, the victim was here, just as I suspected. So you're saying the real scene of the crime was here, sir? Isn't that what I've just been saying for a while now, you moron? Oh, is it? Oh, I didn't know that. Perhaps it's a bit early to draw that conclusion. However, I believe that the probability has just skyrocketed considerably. All that's left is to find the murder weapon. Hey, what's with the suitcase, pal? It's all the victim checked in, sir. The suitcase belonged to Mr. Hicks. I don't think he'd mind if we took a closer look. There's nothing out of the ordinary here, sir. Wait, a file? There's a photo of Miss Von Comer in it, sir. Looks like his profile on Francisca. Why did Mr. Hicks have a file on her? They arrived at the scene of the crime before Detective Gumshoe, correct? And you then immediately began to direct the investigation. Seems to me that you're already here at this airport for something besides this murder. Yes, I was. I've been following a very large and involved government-level international crime. But it's much too large for one person to take on alone. So it was decided that I should form a joint investigating with Interpol. Interpol is involved? It's a top-secret operation, so I really can't tell you any more than I already have. Basically, it's about this kid called Tobai Machitobai, and he has gun smuggling and all that sort of stuff. It's all very cool and all that. Now, I heard Mr. Hicks have documents profiling Francisca. Oh, I know, I bet he's a big fan of Miss Von Comer, sir. Francisca said that she had come to this airport as part of an Interpol investigation. Oh, maybe Mr. Hicks had heard she was coming here and he followed her. That's not what I mean! Anyway, Detective, I think it's more likely that Mr. Hicks was in fact, in actuality, Interpol Agent Hicks. You moron! I'm sorry, sir. I don't know. I just kind of blurt stuff out, sir. I'm sorry. I think Francisca has some explaining to do. Which we will do very, very shortly. All sorts of boxes are piled up higher. This one says flammable. This one it says pharmaceuticals. This one says for exorcism use only. What kind of operation is this airline running? Oh, I just love pushing buttons on elevators and crosswalk signals. Yeah, you should give it a try, sir. Go on, push it. The elevator is currently stopped on the first floor, Detective. It can't move. Oh, yeah. I guess nothing would happen if you pushed it now. Well, nothing would happen normally, anyway, without a special key card. But the door to the attendant's room and the elevator's control panels require a key card, which makes it impossible for a passenger to come down here. Given trying to get as many pieces of cargo, it must be very taxing on the cargo crew. It sure brings back memories of when I worked as a part-time mover, sir. By the look in his eyes, he was waiting for me to ask about the rest of the story. No matter how he paws on the puppy eyes, I have no intention of doing so. You came to this airport to rendezvous with the victim, didn't you? Nonsense! What are you talking about? We found a profile detailing information about you in the victim's luggage. I suppose we prepared him so that he could recognize you when he had landed. Which makes him not Mr. Hicks, but rather Interpol Agent Hicks! Isn't that correct? I should have known you'd figure it out, Miles. But it looks like they got him to him first. So you really did come here to receive an Interpol agent, then? Yes, Agent Hicks was on the trail of a very large international smuggling ring. It is exactly as I said. It is much to buy and the smuggling of cocoons. God damn it.
He went undercover to investigate this crime, and it was I who put him on this case. I was supposed to receive a call from him on his cell phone once he had landed. I never expected to receive his call about his murder instead. I think we now have a pretty definitive evidence that Aiden Hicks came down here to the cargo hold. What was he doing down here, sir? There's nothing but luggage. Oh, I get it. Maybe he got something in his suitcase and came down to get it. Agent Hicks came here for a work-related reason. Of course, that I'm sure. Yes, I'm sure he was here to investigate the smuggling operation he was observing. Do you know exactly how he intended to pursue his investigation? No, unfortunately I was going to find out from him after he landed. I see. This is another question. A normal passenger can't access the cargo hold on their own. Aiden Hicks must have identified himself as a member of the crew and entered the cargo hold with that person who let him in. Yes. And then he was murdered here. His glass fragments and his broken glasses are testament to that. And then the killer put Aiden Hicks into one of the spare suitcases. Oh, and yeah. They entered the elevator, but while they were riding it up, the plane hit that patch of turbulence. Because of the intense shaking, the suitcase popped open and Aiden Hicks' body flew out. At the same time, his wallet fell out of his pocket, spilling his documents everywhere. Which explains why the money was scattered all over the elevator floor. Investigation complete. I think it's pretty easy to say who the culprit is at this stage. What? Really, sir? I know what you're thinking about the address, but the killer can be none other than Miss Wanda Tenero. If it was a crew member, any one of them could have shown Agent Hicks to the cargo hold, but the point to keep in mind is the keycard that allows the elevator to come down here. The only person with such high-level access is Miss Wanda Tenero. I'd say that's a pretty decisive piece of information, wouldn't you? I know what she's trying to say, but I'm not certain it's as simple as that. That might be true, but then it could be anyone, including Miss Meal or even the captain. Don't be a fool. A plane without a pilot in the cockpit is like a horse without a rider, cop in hand, much like Scruffy over there. Hey! I can't disagree with her on that. Detective Gumshoe always does need a guiding hand. Very well then, what about the other flight attendant, Miss Meal? I thought you might ask about her.
Hold it!
But it's highly likely the keycard was stolen from Miss Tenero. It's highly likely. It's that possibility is the best you can come up with. And you call yourself a disciple of my father. Yes, well, I don't have any evidence. Be quiet, you're a disgrace. This is more evidence put in Miss Wanda Tenero, you know. It's not just the keycard that gives her away. You're talking about the murder weapon, the Captain Hugo P. Rank? Yes, she is also the only person with the key to open that display case. But it's not the murder weapon. Oh, I mean, this is not right. This conflicts with something, right, sir? You have no idea what you're talking about, do you? Detective Gumshoe, don't speak up when you don't know what you're talking about. I was just trying to follow the lead, sir. Then that would allow... I guess that wasn't it.
Hold it!
But that is a fake... Stop right there, my Edgeworth. You don't have any pauses, this is just a red herring. If you must keep on insisting that it's a fake, then what is the real murder weapon and where did it go? Speechless, I see. So it's not a surprise. After all, you know we've searched the entire cargo hold and came up empty-handed. There must be a way. There must be something that can help me rule out the piggy bank as the murder weapon. What should I... Franziska von Karma. Let's examine the body. Franziska, I think you're too quick to jump to your conclusions. Oh, was I? Yes, we don't even have the autopsy results yet. How can I not say that you made a snap judgment when you have yet to even see if the wound on Agent Hicks's head is consistent with the murder weapon? Scoffy! Yes, sir. Contact the medical examiner's office at once. I wish to hear the results of Agent Hicks's autopsy. Yes, sir. We've got a big problem, Mr. Edgeworth, sir. What is it, Detective? They're still doing the autopsy, but they said they already know this one thing for sure. Report, now! The dog said it was one giant bruise from bleeding from his shoulder down to his mid-back. From the victim's shoulder to his mid-back?
How many dead caused by free fall?
That we don't know yet, unfortunately. We haven't quite investigated that bit yet. I suppose it probably could be quite a couple, well, a few. I'd say about 5, maybe. Maybe. He was beaten over such a wide area. Well, I'd say maybe it's a sign the killer had a grudge against Agent Hicks. It wasn't just his head. It was his heart as well. Oh, wait, no, that's... No, don't worry about it, Mr. Edgeworth, sir. Scruffy, what is had a grudge against Agent Hicks supposed to mean? You stupid! No one had a grudge against Agent Hicks. That is also true. Free fall is indeed suicide. Well, let's, was the wound on the victim's head consistent with the murder weapon, Detective? That's all we want to know! Oh, well, they said they're still looking into that, sir. I don't know what you want me to say about that. I literally just said they don't know anything. You're completely useless. Yeah. Sir, I told you already, you can't go down there. No, you're more yourself on my way. I know exactly who it's going to be. What is all that a racket? Is someone playing tennis up there? Oh, it's you. My luggage, my cargo, they're mine. Well, I demand you return them to me. We're still investigating the cargo hold. Please understand and have a little patience. I suppose there's no choice. I will push you down. Finally, I think you get hey, what are you? You're letting all adjustment to your strong force. Oh. I didn't do anything. Oh.
Fall from stairs.
I was joking! I thought it was just gonna be dunk. Oh, it did nothing. I was. I promise you it wasn't me. I did not will this into existence. First of all, it's a matter of the key to this display case murderous bag. After all, you know who searched the entire cargo hold and came up empty-handed. What do you mean now 6? Doug said there's one giant bruise from a beating from his shoulder down to his mid-back. Oh, okay.
Allegedly, the killer struck the victim many times over, which is why the extensive bruising over such a wide area. Oh, right, yes, now there's 6 victims of suicide. But is that really the correct conclusion to draw from the evidence and even testimony? Yes, it is. Okay, wrap this trial up. A trial? What am I even saying? What am I even in court of law? The bruise from his shoulder to the middle of his back is one continuous mark. I don't know who this mark is, but I'd like to meet him. If that is the case, then it was a human and not actually a cat that I said about ages ago. Oh well, it's my own fault. Therefore, the murder weapon must be something far bigger.
Now it's free fall, we know it.
And I'm free falling.
If we're looking for a rather large weapon, you'd think it would stick out, but so far we haven't found anything that resembles a weapon of any sort. Perhaps, just perhaps, it's something we all overlooked from the very beginning. Because normally it's too impossibly big to be taken into consideration.
The killer is in this game, if I remember.
Snail's a killer? Who is Snail's a killer? Do you mean Shelley the killer? The man, the myth, the legend. And I'm free falling.
There we go.
What was that about? Was he trying to jump his way down here? It looked like he tried to commit suicide, but, hey, I ain't investigating now, okay? That's all I was saying.
Francisca! He almost died! I told you what I want! He almost died! And also I found it, Francisco. I found a real murder weapon. But that's not important right now. He almost died! I love doing his voice. You did? What do you mean you did? What?
He really jumped!
We didn't realize it until now, but the answer has been right in front of us the entire time.
He might be hurt. We should go check up on him, Stirs.
There's that pompous attitude of yours again. You should learn to drop that habit. This is coming from a prosecutor with a habit of whipping everyone she comes across. Anyway, if you really are prosecutors, then you'll back yourself up with evidence.
You two are listening at all, are you?
No!
International investigator.
That's pretty much, yeah. I don't have any evidence to show. I don't have any evidence to show you. Foolish reasoning for a foolish fool from a foolish fool made to fool me. What do you mean by I don't have any evidence to show?
Still alive.
Oh yeah. It sucks. There we go. Perhaps I should have phrased it as that which caused Agent Hicks's death is incorporeal. You stupid woman! What I mean by I can't show you evidence is I cannot show you evidence. It is too big for me to hold in evidence. Forgive me, but I do believe I have figured out what the real cause of death was. It is suffocation. Suffocation. No, really. I don't remember the lyrics. The victim fell from a great height and subsequently died as a result. There we go.
That in America law there no help for those in facing disaster.
God damn it, man. In other words, the real cause of death is free falling to the ground.
Fire me?
Fell to his death?
Well, yes. This is the only plausible possibility. The victim has extensive bruising on his back and his head, and on the back of his head and his back. The only rational explanation for these injuries is that he fell to his death.
But the murder weapon inside this plane.
I know.
Are you claiming that there is some place in this plane from which he could have fallen from?
As I said earlier, the answer has been right in front of us the entire time.
You can't mean...
Yes, I do. The victim fell from the top of the stairs from this very cargo hold. What? Then we're in trouble. We may have saved death on our heads, sirs. Hey, you! Tell me you aren't dead, pal.
I am dead.
I don't know what you want from me. I am dead.
Quiet! Why are you screaming? Also say hi to my B-reel, everyone. Wait for it. Say hi.
The whole city will be living in street.
Yeah, sounds about right. There's surely there's gonna be some form of yes. I guess aid. Quiet, why are you screaming? He's alive! And there you have it, Mars Edgeworth. It's not possible that Agent Hicks fell over the railing to his death. That man is living proof of that.
I suppose it's true that it's not possible, given the current circumstances.
The current circumstances? What is that supposed to mean?
I mean, the current circumstances. What else do you think I mean?
Suppose that large piece of cargo wasn't there at the time. What would have happened then?
It would have been a Virginian pancake for sure, sir.
I suppose that man over there would still be beating. But the reality is the cargo box is there. So there is no point in entertaining a wide hypothetical scenarios.
It may be there now.
Charity, it's definitely scam. They take 80% of the money.
Jesus Christ.
I mean,
there's no proof that it was always there. There's no proof that it was always there.
ha! As if there could have been a window of time when that giant box was not there.
But there was.
What?
But I used to show that the puzzle box was not always where it is now.
Unless it's a Muslim who ran it.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
You refuge in the Republic of Zhengfa? Yes, this flight is a very short layover in Zhengfa in order to refuel. That wasn't the only reason for the layover. We also transferred some cargo. The box in question was only transferred onto the plane at that time. To further prove my point, let's take a look at what's next to the box in question. It's labeled Zhengfa Express, sir. Correct. And it was loaded onto the plane in Zhengfa. Now, one of the box in question was also loaded on at the same time. Which means that the box was not in the cargo hold during the Zhengfa leg of the flight. Namely, a drop from which Agent Hicks could have fallen to his death entirely possible. But your theory is still very far-fetched. Allow me a chance to prove how very likely my scenario is. My first order of business will be examine that piece of cargo in more detail. Begin investigation. It's a rather large piece of cargo. Has it taken us, sir? Let's see. A leaf red statue.
The Muslim is pledged over.
Never heard of it.
So they're giving all the money to the need, and maybe a bit to administration.
Yeah, but if you say they're taking 80% of it from the charity, then... You know... I get it, I get it. I'm not saying, hey, that's a bad thing. I'm just saying 80... You know, if what you're saying is true, then 80% of the earnings from the charity to go towards the fires isn't going towards the fires. or at least helping people in that situation. You know what I mean? Again, I don't know the full story, so I don't know yay or nay. I'm just, yeah. But that's just me. I don't know. Alright. But all I care about is if we can prove it wasn't here at the time of the crime.
Let's get investigated, sir.
Some budget and bullshit. Look here, do not go about touching my possessions without my permission.
Yeah, don't want to blame on me like that, pal. You gave me a scare.
So this belongs to Mr. Blanc, does it? Let's see what else I can find out from him.
Goes to the West Charity.
Yeah, that's what I don't know. Again, I don't know. I don't know. I take it that this large piece of cargo belongs to you, Mr. Blanc?
Of course it's mine. I shipped this fine piece of art from Europe. It's a leaf-lined statue is worth 10 million cents. No, maybe not much more.
Mr. Blanc's reason for choosing this plane must have been a large cargo hold.
10 million cents?
I suggest you stop trying to calculate how many packets of noodles that makes, Detective.
Oh, how did you do that? I really keep getting better and better at seeing right through me every year, sir.
How I grow with each revolution of the planet around the sun. I was taking the impression he continues to madly spin in place.
They must try to earth. It's not 10 million cents. It's euros and dollars.
Really? A red statue?
Well, does it really make a difference to our case?
Mr. Blanc, there's a chance that your cargo is related to our murder case. I was wondering if you would allow us to examine it in a bit closer.
This is a very valuable piece of art, so now there will be no touching.
If Mr. Blanc has something to do with a smuggling ring, then it's possible this fake statue was brought on board in Zhengfa. I think you need to question him a bit further. About your statue, Mr. Blanc. I wonder if it might be a fake.
What? How dare you say my art is fake?
I suspect your statue might be tied of an international smuggling ring.
Don't I say such a fantastical things? All thieves would not dare.
Hard to find meat that allowed to eat in the West.
Explain?
What do you mean? What kind of meat? I have a side case of my cargo right here.
Do you mean a cargo? Do you mean a cargo certification document, Mrs. Blanc? Why did you say so? Why did you say so earlier? Please show it us at once.
I can't read this. What does it say? It says this plane is dead. The cargo was put on the plane in Europe.
And there you have it, my address. Too bad for you. This statue was brought on board in Europe, just as it states in the certificate.
No, that's...
What means is that there was never a window of time in which the statue wasn't sitting there. I respectfully disagree. We can't discount the theory until I see the statue for myself.
You have your wish. Look at it yourself. See, I am right.
I know I've seen it somewhere before.
This is the leaf red. It's such a feeding of heart. You can practically smell it. The statue is high amount of historic value. And there's a very museum in Europe. I brought it to this country to exhibit it.
I believe a closer look is warranted here. So this is the infamous leaf red statue.
What is it, Mr. Edward? Find something?
There's something wrong with this picture. We should examine it in more detail.
Muslim only can eat meat who have been slaughtered in Godway, kosher or halal, and most slaughterhouse in West Haram.
Oh, okay. Fair enough then.
His eyes are awfully orange, don't you think? Yeah, they're pretty. Remind me of sunsets when I was in grade school, sir. Did you ever actually go to grade school? Good lord. I thought he was just they sold for as long as he had time. But fair enough. Gumshoe never seems to grow up. But hey, that's just me. I don't think you see what I'm talking about. No, I do, but it's really like the colour of someone had said it, sir. Ah, the memories. I remember standing out in that field, spinning with my arms out until I felt ill. I don't care about sunsets. Focus, detective. What colour are the eyes in this photo? Huh? Ah, sir, they're red. As I thought, the statues are fake. Mr. Monk, what do you want? No, I'm a busy man. I like to say it's Florence. Really, Fred? I suppose it's your pride and joy, is it not? It's me trophy on this European trip. Do you know why I wanted to possess this statue? The betrayal started 17 years ago. But if you have Chester, it sounds like this gave me a long story. Mr. Blanc, I get to inform you, and you have my heartfelt sympathy, but what is that? Sympathy? For what? You'll see. You're looking to compare the eyes. Lance fella has very bright and pretty eyes compared to you. I wasn't talking about the two of us. I meant the eyes of the statue in front of us and the one in this photo. Why sudden yelling? Oh. There's a photo of the statue on display in the museum in Europe. Wow! Now you see, Mr. Bob. The statue before us is a fake. A fake? I believe that even further examination will be required. Now we have confirmed this is indeed a fake. There must be some sort of proof this was brought on board in Zhengfa. I will now present to you the evidence that resolve the remaining contradiction. Wait, what? Any evidence I hold? I'm entirely confident there is a contradiction here. What do you think, Detective? I think it's really suspicious looking, sir. The road trade gut tells me so. I see. Well, then I must be mistaken. I don't know how you get the guards to come to me. You take that to me, of course, sir. Is this spot somehow connected to any evidence I hold? Eureka! There's clearly a contradiction here. What are you going on about? It's just a simple case of cargo covering getting stuck under as a piece of cargo. It's just not possible. But it is. It shouldn't be this way, but the statue is on top of the cloth. Suppose that the neighbouring piece of cargo is brought on board in Zhengfa, there is no way that any part of it should wind up under something from Europe. So means this fake statue is brought on board in Zhengfa. But then what about the cargo certificate? And ask him in return, what about Agent Hicks? Why did he come down here in the middle of the flight? There's only one reason why. Secure proof of the smuggling activity aboard this flight. So said, but I don't believe he had to do that mid-flight. It could have been just as easy as printed off the cargo as this plane landed. That may be true, however, you have it backwards, Francisco. Sure, Agent Hicks could have waited until after the plane had landed, but he had a reason for coming down to the cargo hold. I suppose he had found the fake at the airport. It would have been after the swap had occurred. At that time, the suspicion would actually fall onto the statue's owner, who would have no way to prove the statue switched without knowing his knowledge. Which means there is someone involved who is forging or modifying cargo certificates. I guess the victim knew the real version of this was gonna get nabbed, huh? Yes, well, this photo could be seen as nothing more than a simple souvenir. It was in fact taken to be used as a reference document later on. Next, agent accepts as secure proof that the smuggling had taken place. He came down here to take a picture of the cargo hold. A rather empty one at that, right before the fake statue could be loaded on board. Photos of missing
Although the original design for Cammy is much revealing.
Oh, why does that just not surprise me? But again, it's like I wouldn't say it's a PG game. I think a lot of games in this franchise are like 12. Even so. It's it's like T for teen or M for mature. I want to say most of them are T for teen. I think the only one that's M for mature is Dual Destinies. I think, if I remember correctly. A photo of the hold missing a valuable piece of cargo would have been proof enough. After that, all you had to do was hold the same far cargo code and arrest the smuggler. Exactly. This only goes to prove my theory. If the statue was not in the cargo hold during Europe to Zhengfa leg of the trip, there would have been enough height from which Agent Hicks could have fallen to his death. Officer! Move the statue immediately! I want a thorough examination of the floor underneath. Now! This will come ready to report my findings. Go on. After moving the left red statue out of the way, we tested the area with the liminal, and there was a reaction. I see. Self-healthy action to luminal. Indications there was blood in that spot. Ooh. Can we stop looking at it now, sirs? It would seem that my deductions were correct after all. I suppose it would appear that way. The culprit cleaned the blood up well. And how do you think the killer did that? How did the killer clean up all the blood? Well, no, but you know what I mean. The killer used the bloody cloth I found inside the suitcase to clean up the mess. I see. They hadn't need to clean up all the blood before the plane landed in Zhengfa. Yes, because otherwise the cargo crew would have discovered it during the layover. So you guys are saying that the murder happened before the plane landed in Zhengfa? There is no conceivable timeline for the events of the murder. If that is true, then that throws a certain person's testimony into doubts. The murder occurred before he landed in Zhengfa, and this becomes highly suspicious. Was it? Oh, I don't know. We do have testimony from someone. Ah, yes, Mr. Acme Hicks was there in his seat when we took off again at 5 a.m. I literally looked at it. Recall Miss Muir's testimony about it takes in regard to when we departed Zhengfa. I saw Mr. Hicks sitting in his seat at 5 a.m., you know. So claims Agent Hicks was alive at the time of the service calls, but that totally contradicts the facts, sir. But why would she lie about something like that? Interesting. I don't know, but that's what I mean. Like, they probably wanted to push the boundaries a little bit, but then they probably had to come back because it was a bit too risque. You know what I mean? I think I'm the only person who can answer that is Miss Muir herself. To be continued again. Confrontation, Cammy Meow. 3:35 p.m. Miss Mew. Miss Mew! Do you recall what you said earlier about when you answered some service calls as we were departing from Zhengfa? You said that Mr. Hicks was sitting in his seat at that time. However, that is simply not possible.
15D17 said for mature only.
Oh, okay. I did not know that. That must be a U kind of rating. Because we do ours, here in the UK, we do ours in age ratings. So you got U for Universal, PG, parental guidance, and then it goes up to like 12 and over. So you got 12, 15, 12, 16, 18, 12, PG-13. So there's different ones, but yeah. Because Mr. Hicks was dead long before we ever touched down in Jackfar.
Miss Carrie Meal.
Maybe I didn't see what I thought I did.
No, a mistake so large, Miss Meal.
But I made that kind of boo-boo all the time.
This is going nowhere.
This is going nowhere. There must be a better way to resolve this contradiction.
Very well, Miss Meal, if you please tell me about your alibi during the time span. Just before about around 3 a.m. and 6 a.m. when the body was found.
You're telling me I suspect Mr. Edgeworth?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. From 3 to 4 hours, in the flight attendant's room, by my lonesome self. Yeah. From 5 to 6 hours, in the flight attendant's room, all by my lonesome self.
How is a man supposed to answer a testimony like that? Miss Meal, wake up! She fell asleep again. Looks like the only way I'm going to be able to wake her up is by pressing her.
Hold it!
Miss Meal, wake up!
I'm awake. Miles Edgeworth, I demand you do something about this flight attendant this instant.
Why ask me to wake her when you can finally put that whip to appropriate use?
Hold it!
If I remember correctly, food was being served in first class on the lounge between the hours of 3 and 4 a.m.
Yeah, but that kind of stuff runs by stuff's run by Miss Rhoda.
What were you doing in the attendance room at the time?
Eating and having my delicious dream. Oh! I didn't know that. Fair enough.
You mean you were neglecting your duties?
No way. Sleeping's part of our job too, you know.
Hold it!
Miss Meal, how many times do I have to repeat myself? Wake up!
I'm awake.
Yeah, what did you whip me for, sir?
Oh, what did I miss?
A poor detective being on the receiving end of a lash in your stead.
Really? Sorry about that. Right, that's fair enough then, that's fair enough. Never knew that.
You can make amends for that by continuing your testimony.
Hold it!
So you're alone the entire time, are you?
Yeah, no one else seemed to pop their head in to say hi.
Oh, I think until contradiction just popped in to say hi. What should I do? Should I raise an objection? Miss Meal, there's a clear contradiction embedded in your testimony.
What are you talking about?
It's not possible that you were alone in the attendance room the whole time from 5 to 6 a.m.
Take that!
I wonder if you would be so kind as to take a look at this receipt, Miss Meal.
A receipt? For what?
It's full suitcase Miss Gennaro bought. Now, if I may direct your attention to this timestamp. As you can see, it clearly says 5:40 a.m., Miss Gennaro.
Yes. Why is the killer here? I thought you'd have locked her up by now.
I requested that she be present as a witness so that we may straighten out your complex lie. Now then, Miss Tenero, between the hours of 5 and 6 a.m., you took a trip from the first class down to the first floor in-flight shop, correct?
Yes, I went to the shop to buy a suitcase. After which I went straight to the attendant's room to drop it off.
And did you see Miss Mill there at the time?
No.
So, Miss Mill, where were you really between the hours of 5 and 6 a.m.? Miss Cammy Mill!
Huh? The bathroom?
I'll be the one to ask the questions here. I would like to go to the bathroom. Please, I really need to go to the bathroom. I'm about to piss myself right now. Can anyone let me go to the bathroom? Please?
Yeah, okay, fine. I probably just missed her. Nature gods, you know.
Do you take me for a fool? That's a little too convenient to be true.
But it's the truth. Cross my heart. And I hope to die.
Okay, then bang! You said you hoped to die. You died. I don't have conclusive proof to counter-argue you have at this stage.
You don't believe me, do you? But please, why don't you give me a chance to hear me out?
Reason for suspicion.
Look, I know you suspect me because I'm the one in the group. You think that maybe you should also suspect Miss Rhoda too. She's the one who tried to get a better key card in this shop, you know? If you ask me, that makes it super suspicious.
Please leave Miss Tenero out of the conversation. Only you are under suspicion for now.
I don't get it. Why are you covering for Miss Rhoda all of a sudden? Oh my god, maybe you've got your eye on Miss Rhoda.
Of course I have a thing for Miss Rhoda. I mean, look at her hair. How can she do that? She has squares in her hair. Each one turning. How is that possible? I do have a bit of a crush on Miss Rhoda. But that's not the point.
Never mind. But you know something? Miss Rhoda actually kinda... I have absolutely no interest in people who can't appreciate my sense of design.
Now's not the time for this sort of talk.
Hold it!
No, it's not the only reason I have for suspecting you. Your statements regarding Mr. Hicks also turn out to be a bunch of lies.
Ah, but say I was an attendant. You wouldn't suspect me then, would you?
Yes. Suppose that's true enough.
But you think that maybe you should also suspect Miss Rhoda too?
She is already being detained for further questioning. Or have you already forgotten?
Oh, yeah, I guess I just forgot. Kimmy, don't think you suspect me too. Sorry, I can't help it. I mean, other than you, there's no one else who could have done it. I can't believe you would think that. You mean me? A killer?
Miss Mill, what did you mean just now by now? What did you mean just now by no one else who could have done it?
Hold it!
And what are you in charge of, Miss Mill?
I take care of the attendance room.
That doesn't count.
But I spent so much time in there, it might as well be my responsibility. Sergeant Kenny is very talented in languages, so she assists passengers who may not speak English. Especially those who speak Virginian. She's the only one of us on this flight who's fluent. You mean that kind of what am I in charge of? Why did you say sorry in the first place?
What else could I have meant?
Yeah, so I'm really good at Virginian.
She's fluent in Virginian. I suppose you're in charge of processing documents in Virginia.
Yeah, I take care of everything that has to do with Virginian.
Very interesting.
Hold it!
Actually, your on-the-job behavior makes you super suspicious in my eyes.
Huh? But why?
While Miss Tenay is busy with the passengers, all of her other duties, you have a lot of free time on your hands, thus providing you with ample time to commit the crime. Master Edgeworth, I demand that you cease and desist in this line of conjectural questioning. I won't allow you to bluff your very tools like this a certain defense lawyer. But I am Phoenix Wright! Look at me! See? Oh, that's not true, Mr. Edgeworth. Although, well... Good lord, hang on. Gets me every time.
Oh right, the way she proved her innocent that made her fail at something.
It was no one. Alright, the way she proved her innocent. Okay. So what exactly do you mean by the one in charge of some Virginian stuff?
I did thoroughly translate things from and into Virginia. Can you say a member of the crew who understands Virginian, Mr. Edgeworth?
Miss Mail, I take it then that it is your job to process all the Virginian paperwork.
Yeah, see, I totally pulled my weight around here.
So it would appear. I should ask her for a few more details about her work and... Miss Mail, if very unladylike to put suspicion onto someone else.
That's no idea, you know. You say that Miss Rana is very sus.
There you go! Pushing everything onto her again!
I don't get what you're saying. Must be a real abstract concept, huh?
Everything abstract here is the landscape inside your head. Oh!
Objection!
So you are the only one in this flight crew that speaks Virginian. Is that correct?
Down and get the bubbles gun out.
True. I mean,
why? What is the... Can I just ask, what is the bubbles coming from? Is it her mouth? Because if it's her mouth, Jesus Christ, you need to go to a doctor. Yeah, I guess so. I studied abroad in Virginia for a while.
if that is the case, then the signature on this document belongs to you, doesn't it? This is a falsified piece of documentation with only one purpose: to lead anyone who read it to believe that Mr. Blanc's statue was loaded in Europe. The only person who could have either prepared or processed this document in Virginian is you, Miss Meal. Without your participation, the smuggling of the Alif Red could not have occurred. Don't see, Paul, I'm pointing my finger at you. I point at my finger very, very intensely. I mean, look at this. It's very intense.
Okay! I wasn't expecting that at all. What the fuck? Why? Okay, I'll do a fall asleep on you, Mr. Edgeworth. It is exactly as you say.
Being a person with having participated in the smuggling?
Well, probably. See, that is the one that's tied off in that documentary. You can't use that fact like your allegation of smuggling stick. That is not the right correlation after all. All you have is my signature on a piece of paper.
Pop it! Damn it! Really? All you did was sign it.
I neglected to check if the cargo had been loaded onto the plane properly. So sorry about that.
Seems as she's finally woken up. It's going to be one tough fight.
Suppose this is just a supposition. Even if I was involved in the smuggling, you can't throw a charge of murder on me just like that.
Objection!
If you're involved in the smuggling, why you would have strong motive to kill? Agent Hicks was in the middle of an investigation regarding the smuggling thing. And just when he's about to close in, he's killed by a member of that exact ring! What do you mean?
it's not hard.
I mean, satisfied enough. Well, did you ever start to think that maybe Rhoda is the smuggling member? After all, unlike me, Rhoda has access to millions of his for work purposes. So perhaps there's some element of setup at the play in this case. What are you talking about? Don't worry, I wasn't talking about you. I meant the killer. First it was myself, and now Mr. Nero who is under the microscope. This means our killer is going to go to great lengths to put this crime on anyone they can. You have no proof that Rhoda is being done up, or that she isn't. Actually, I believe that she was indeed the intended target from the very beginning. I believe that the plan was to push all the blame for the crime onto her. And this evidence will prove our suspicions. Ah, shit.
Take that!
The killer could have hidden the body anywhere, and yet they chose a suitcase. Why is that? So let's move the body up from the lower deck to the first floor. However, why go through the trouble to do so? The only way all these actions make sense is that the killer wanted to frame Mr. Nero for the murder. Mr. Nero buys a suitcase in every fight she works without fail. I mean, I got it, I think. But should her suitcase be switched with the one containing the victim's body? That would put her in a very tight spot. Unfortunately for the killer, the turbulence put an end to that plan. There wasn't enough time to put the body back into the suitcase. Ergo, they made do with whoever was at hand adapted their plan, and tried to frame me as I lay unconscious on the floor from the turbulence. The killer then went to hide the suitcase in the in-flight shop, and brought the piggy bank back to the elevator in order to fabricate a false weapon. A lot of work for a foolish endeavour. Would you agree? Sounds like the killer had a tough time too, huh? I mean, why did the killer need to find someone that badly anyway? That's because of the special circumstances surrounding this particular case. What special circumstances dictated the need for the killer to frame someone? Oh god damn it, the killer was at a loss for words when they didn't fix his body, but as it just so happened there was a bunch of empty suitcases nearby. In his scheme around, the killer thought to put his body in the suitcase and hand it off. No, that's not what I said. You're wrongly reduced my reading on this to you. God damn it. Well, I was gonna say it's because he's a thingy.
The crime scene.
I thought it was because he was an Interpol agent. The special circumstance is simply that the murder took place on a plane mid-flight. No matter which country, customs is quite strict in this day and age. So no matter what you do, the chances the body will be found is very high. Therefore, there is no choice but to frame either Mr. Nero or myself. In other words, anyone who fits within the boundaries of the criminal's movements is not Mr. Nero or myself. But you, Camille, only you, and you alone, could be the killer.
Agent.
And... You're done already. I was about to fall asleep again. Anyway, let's be honest here. You don't have anything happier than a whole lot of circumstantial evidence. Oh! Oh, okay! Intense! I can see the outline of how the murder occurred, but I have no definitive evidence. There isn't a piece of evidence that's still unaccounted for. So I still can't quite fit into the big picture.
Oh, the fortune cloth.
Take that!
Snowball cloth. You sleep presenting or something, Mr. Redford? No, where's your complaining? See, I'm wide awake. Well, I'm afraid you failed. You're making still upset, so I thought maybe you were asleep. Talking about Dr. Sleep and Mrs. Hyde-esque transformation.
Is this it? Or was it a piece of evidence that's still accounted for?
Well, the phone first.
I was thinking the phone, but now I'm not so sure.
Take that!
It was.
I don't have any actual evidence.
I thought not.
That's because it went missing. And still is.
What do you mean missing? Missing? What do you mean by that?
I mean it's gone! Nowhere to be found, you moron! Missing! To be unaccounted for! I don't know where it is! Jesus Christ, people don't know English now! In a complex puzzle, this is a case. There is one piece I kept getting stuck on, and that is the victim's cell phone. Francisca, you were waiting at the airport for a phone call from Aiden Hicks' cell phone. Or at least that's what you told me.
That's right.
Aiden Hicks' cell phone could not be found at the crime scene. It means the killer took the phone with them? Precisely. I suspect that if we had to find that phone, it would lead us to the killer.
Come on, get this. The victim fell into his death from that high. Will his farm break as well?
We won't know that until we try a little experiment, will we? Francisco, I'd like to ask for your assistance. You know the victim's phone number, do you not?
Of course I do.
It's broke the screen only.
This is phone. It's ringing from somewhere, sir.
I hear, Detective. Now, where is it coming from? Sounds like the phone is up in the flight attendant's room.
Well, hurry to the flight attendant's room, sir.
Oh, wow. Hey, no kidding.
He's come from somewhere in here, sir.
You've no stone unturned, Detective Gumshoe. You must find it.
Moshi moshi eating moshi.
Fair enough. He's coming from somewhere around here.
But it's not here, sir.
I have such a bad feeling about why we're going to find a phone. I don't know what to be inside this suitcase.
I don't hear any sounds coming from inside, sir.
I suppose Cobra would have been so dumb as to try the same trick twice.
Doesn't seem to be over here. Looks like somewhere else, sir.
Doesn't seem like the phone got mixed in with the items in this lost and found pile. That's what I mean. I can't look in the bin.
Rain's coming from in here, sir.
What? No, it can't be.
In the locker.
This has got to be the victim's cell phone. Whose locker is this, sir?
It's Mr. Nero's.
What?
Jesus, oh thank God that's over and done with.
Ding, ding, ding. So, Mr. Redworth, here we go. Where do you find the cell phone?
I found it in the flight attendant's room, in Mr. Nero's locker.
What? But Rhoda to Nero? I don't know anything about the phone. It wasn't me. It wasn't me. Miss Von Karma, is it? Is it just to arrest Miss Rhoda to Nero? Right away.
Wait, I have a theory. This is related to the incident with the key card. When the killer went to steal the key card, they conveniently touched the cell phone in Mr. Nero's locker at the same time.
So this is why it was a key card, alright? It's the same way that we had Zell post as the killer did just that. It's the only voice that sings the truth evidence. This is the only one bird we cannot ignore.
What should I do? Francisca's right. I can't have our baseless conjectures at this point. Alright then, why did the corporate take the cell phone from Agent Hicks? Must have something very incriminating on it or in it.
Hold it!
What now, my Edgewas? It's not where we're at.
We're here to figure out why the killer took the phone.
What?
Inside his phone lies the final piece of incriminating evidence that will point us to our killer. We need to examine his phone in more detail. It's a camera lens. Come think, Rit. I wonder. As I use Agent Hicks' plan to preserve the crime scene of the smuggling. Francisca, I need you to confirm something. His cell phone can't take pictures. Mr. Edgeworth, I can't believe you don't know about this kind of basic stuff, sir.
This looks like a very similar model to my own. And mine can take photos just fine.
Do you think Agent Hicks could have taken some pictures with this? In particular, pictures of evidence for his smiling case. And sorry, I'd say there may be some very inconvenient photos in here for our killer smuggler. And the phone's all busted off, sir.
Here is super fast to get a camera power buck and found.
I'll find a way to worry about that.
There, go back to sleep now.
The LCD screens on the LCD screens on the inside and outside are broken, that's for sure. But that's also easy enough to believe that the killer wasn't able to erase the data. What? What do you mean by that, Francisca?
It looks like our killer is very familiar with electronics. This was still wrong when I quoted it, meaning only the LCD screens are broken. It's possible these photos are still here waiting to be accessed. All we need to transfer the data to my phone.
Francisca, your phone if you please.
Well, it's transferring. Good. Displaying it now.
It wasn't there.
Agent Hicks was most certainly trying to obtain some evidence for his smuggling case.
Hey, the Elizabeth's nowhere in his picture.
But this has no meaning of his murder case, right?
No, she's right, sir. There's not much we can find out about from this about Agent Hicks' kill, sir. Is this it? Is this the end? Is there really nothing in this photo that we can use?
There are all suitcases here. This photo is odd. Agent Hicks is still alive at the time. Some of exactly all our suitcases haven't been used yet being here.
Yes, well, I was only pointing out the things that are different between now and then. You're off topic.
You're off topic for ambulance to put his attendant to sleep here again, as that was.
I guess he had some rude awakening. The only objection and contradiction. What's this?
Hmm? Oh, the cargo ship from Virginia to Zhengfa.
The one used for Jerium.
So the reason they aren't here now is that they were dropped off in Zhengfa. So I'm going to have the contents of the boxes. Unfortunately, there's no English written on them anywhere.
One cluster box is written Virginian. Says, which it is cloth in English.
Cloth? Could it be? Is this where the killer...
What? What is that scary face for?
Miss Meal.
Yes?
Appears that Agent Hicks was no ordinary investigator. He left us with a piece of evidence after all. A striking piece that will point out who his killer is.
Ha! Maybe you should first your mistake in reading or some pictures, Thread.
Crazy Dave. What do you need, cargo? And this piece of evidence will point us straight to the killer.
Take that!
And why is that supposed to prove?
The killer used this piece of cloth to wipe up the blood they had spilt. But there was one thing that bothered me this whole time. Where did it come from? And I finally found my answer in this very photo. The cargo that was unloaded in Zhengfa had cloth written on it. In Borginian, that is. And this is where the killer grabbed a piece to clean up the blood with. That's right, the killer was someone who could read and understand Borginian. The only crew member that fits this description is you, Miss Camille.
Ha, that's pretty flimsy. The killer probably searched through all the boxes looking for something to use. When you're frantic, you don't carry the boxes in English or Virginian.
Sorry, but I can't agree with your assessment of the killer's indiscriminate nature.
What?
There was no need for the killer to tear through the boxes at random at all. And if the killer supposedly could not comprehend Virginian, well then, logically the killer would have opened this box first.
Take that!
Bad shit! Hey, it says bed sheets in English right in the box, sir. Precisely. A bed sheet would be perfect for cleaning up blood, wouldn't you say?
What are you trying to say?
That if I were the criminal, this box of bed sheets would have been what I would have spotted first.
However, the killer chose to use some Virginian claws. Do you have any explanation for that?
The killer didn't want anyone to know that the real scene of the crime was his cargo hold, so they were afraid to leave signs that the box of sheets had been opened. However, the Virginian cloth, well, that's a horse of a different colour. Because the killer knew that it was going to be unloaded in the Republic of Zhengfa. That's right. That is why the Virginian cloth was used, and the only Virginian reader on board who could make such a calculated decision is you, Camille. You and you alone. It would be very easy for us to confirm if any of the boxes were resealed. All we have to do is contact the Zhengfa authorities in time. We may even find other evidence to incriminate our killer within those boxes. So what do you say, Miss Mill? While I confess to your crime here and now, or would you rather wait and see what we find out from our investigation in Zhengfa?
Interpol. I couldn't stop it. I brought him here. He started taking pictures. I couldn't be found out. I was scared. I was in trouble.
There we go.
Bubblegum.
Bubblegum. Indeed. We finished making all the arrangements to take the suspect in, sir. Very good, detective. What about some route? Did you say anything about that? I take it down to the precinct now. Hopefully we can get more out of her there. Whenever we even approached the subject, she just started foaming at the mouth. It's scary, sir. She probably wasn't prepared to commit a murder all of a sudden. One thing is for sure, the ring behind this whole mess means serious business. So there's still a lot more to this case than meets the eye.
Mr. Edgeworth? I just want to say how much I appreciate everything you did. Thank you very much.
Detective here, just prosecutor bodyguard.
Essentially, yeah. Gumshoe is essentially on my bodyguard at this point. It was nothing. But I should be the one thanking you for your cooperation. But surely if it wasn't for you, I might not be here right now. So I can continue to serve our passengers as a flight attendant. Yeah, well, please accept this as a token of my appreciation.
That's...
I see. You don't have to take it if you don't want it.
No. I mean, I would never turn down a lady's generous offer.
Oh, thank you. I'm sure it will serve you well.
It's a clue for next case.
And remember, we here at Go You Airlines are always ready to serve, Mr. Edgeworth.
Thank you. I'll keep that in mind.
I must bid you farewell. May all your skies be blue no matter where you go.
I can't believe we wound up investigating the whole day, sir, but boy was it fun. Speaking of self, my day was filled with earthquakes, elevators, and false chargers. By the way, where is Francisca? Oh, she's filled out some customs paperwork for departure. Departure? Yeah, Amazon.com's always really busy, sir. She's been flying from country to country to chase down some leads regarding her case. Detective, can you cancel the car I had you reserved? You got it, sir.
Francisco?
I thought I told you when you first landed I have no time for idle chatter.
I have no intention of wasting your time.
However, it has been a while since we last met. I have also no time for such familiar reminiscences. Just who do you think I am?
You are Francisco Boncama, a very proud prosecutor deserving of much respect.
Until only a little while ago, I was but a wretched mart who was always losing to you. A dancing pirate? Pirate? I don't know. Living her life on the name and fame of her invincible father's ability.
True. My father Manfred von Kammer didn't lose a single case for 40 years as a prosecutor. However, I wouldn't say he was invincible.
What you are talking about? The group I'm on the trail of is a little more troublesome than most. Fair enough. The smuggling route we found this time is only one sliver of the big picture. Again, I also don't remember what comes next. We'll see.
You really don't have to worry.
I can take care of myself.
Yes. I suppose you can.
Plus there's another agent on this case with me.
Oh, another agent?
He's a star among Interpol agents, and has a high successful arrest rate.
Who knows?
I even run into him one day.
I was simply caught up in this one case. I hardly see why we'd cross paths.
I suppose. But I doubt he would say the same.
I'm not following you.
You'll understand soon enough. The fight has only just begun, Miles Edgeworth.
Get down, Mr. President.
What? What's all about? I'll be back in this country soon enough. And when I am, you can be sure I'll pay you back in full. Bum, bum, bum.
Just like that, she's gone, huh, sir? Thank goodness. I can finally rest easy knowing I won't have to watch out for a whip.
Detective Gumshoe, I want to thank you for your help and cooperation.
Oh, it was nothing, sir. I was just happy to be able to work with you again. I think you're going to celebrate by adding a little extra salt to my instant noodles tonight.
Just how much do you cut a salary by, Francisco? Detective, I was wondering if you might give me a ride down to the prosecutor's office.
Sure thing, sir. I'll even fly down the road in a patrol car if you want.
Let me remind you, Detective, safety first.
Thus I solved the first case upon my arrival home. Francisco von Karma, the smuggling route she was after. The leaders of that ring had already put their trump card into play. And the players on the other side of this wall, they would begin to make themselves known through the next incident. Just speaking. Finally, I called who knows how many times earlier, but I couldn't get through. And you are? Have you forgotten my voice, Miles, my boy?
Probably not.
Mr. Armano? Ernest Armano? Mr. Armano? Ernest Armano, correct? So you do remember me. It's rather sudden, but I can't ask this of anyone else. There's been an incident, Miles. My son. He's been kidnapped. The end of case number 2. Turnabout Airlines. Save my progress once again, and we're going to move on to episode 3. The Kidnapped Turnabout. Again, we will watch the intro. And let's see what happens at the beginning of this intro. Episode 3. The Kidnapped Turnabout. March 30th, 10:11 a.m. What? It's time.
Don't worry, Mr. Edgeworth. I'll be following your every movement with my binoculars.
Good to hear. Now make sure you don't lose sight of me. I'm counting on you for backup.
You can count on me, sir.
I do remember this. It takes place in Blue Badger world thing.
Who would have thought that upon my return I'd be thrust into a kidnapping case?
And we meet, I want to say her name's Kay? Or we meet a little girl of some sort.
I'd be the one who'd make a ransom drop-off. And there's a suitcase. Let's see, I checked my money's all there, safe inside this suitcase. Now all I have to do is wait further instructions from the kidnapper, which I'm expecting to be transferred. That's the 1K Faraday. Yes, I remember now. I'm expecting to be transferred to my cell phone. Wait, old bag's here? Oh, I don't remember old bag. Oh, don't make me do old bag again. I wonder who else is around. This is the meeting place after all. Gatewater! Ah, hello, Blue Badger! Welcome to Gatewater Land! Oh, thank you. And a big hello to you. I'm the Proto Badger. Nice to meet you.
Mike Mickey in here.
What? Da 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 da. Da 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 da. It's the Blue Badger theme. Excuse me, but you were perhaps thinking of taking a picture of me? A picture of you? Sorry, but I'm not interested. Oh, that's too bad. I'll have a good day. Hello? Who are you? You're another Ernest Armano. Sounds like the kidnapper is using some sort of voice alteration device. I'm his representative, Miles Edgeworth.
Microphone that's screeching.
Oh, him! Mike Meekins! Oh, not like that as well. Are you a cop? Are you a cop? No, I'm a prosecutor. I know what you're wondering, and yes, I have brought the ransom money with me. I see. In that case, bring the money with you to the stadium. So this person intends to see if I'm being followed, huh? Please, Detective Gumshoe, I really need you to come through for me this one time. Gavaneers? What? Max Galactica? Wait. Max Galactica? AKA Turnabout Big Top? Troop Grammary? And Gavaneers? Or Gaviners? Jesus, that's 3 different cases all at once. Because you got Max Galactica, who's the purple top hat magician guy from Turnabout Big Top, Trib Grammary, which is, well, Trib Grammary, and Gaviners. That's, oh wow, okay, wow. Edgeworth speaking, next come to the haunted house. And just how long do you intend to have me wander around for? That's for me to decide. You don't have much of a choice here, my friend. I suppose not.
We've got Emma in training too.
Emma? Oh, Emma. Oh, okay. Interesting. I've arrived. Go inside. What a dismal place. That's it. Go through those doors. Am I being watched from somewhere? Jesus Christ, that's a creepy photo. Leave the money and go. Now!
This case is one confusing trash case.
Oh. I was hoping for an exchange, but maybe I should do as they say for now and not push it. Well, I guess that's third case syndrome for you. Dun-dun-dun-dun. I couldn't catch even a glimpse of the kidnapper. Perhaps I should keep an eye on this haunted house until police backup arrives.
Not stopping.
Well, I can't in a minute. Oh, wait, what? Oh, wait, what? Jesus. Ugh. It was a trap. March 13th, 11:23 a.m. And this is where I'm going to stop off for today. At the beginning of episode 3. I think that's a good place. But if you guys did enjoy this episode, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. It really, really does help. Click the bell icon down below to be notified when I live stream or upload a video. And I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye!